My name's David. This video is all about anxiety of going to the dentist, and I'm going to sort of give you a little insight into, my anxiety and how I sort of overcome that and started going to the dentist again. I think a lot of the time in my teenage years, I just wasn't brushing them and just going out and having a manky mouth, if you like. And again, it just stayed with me until when I became into, an adult. When I was in the military, there was a little bit of a scare, and the little scare was there was an abscess on me in my mouth. So that sort of, scared me again about going. At one point, I said I'd rather go back to Afghanistan than go to the dentist. And at the time, well, now it's like, no, I'd rather just go to the dentist and pay the 50 quid or whatever it is than be in a war zone. But at the time, when the anxiety's high, it's like, yeah, I would have rather have been in a war zone than gone to the dentist. So there was one time when I was sitting outside the dentist. I'd made the appointment over the phone, everything like that, and I sort of bit the bullet and went, right, I need to go. And I was sitting outside the dentist in my car, and I was like, right, I'm going to go in now, And then I just got on my phone and just started playing on my phone. And it was like I was unconsciously trying to stop myself from going. And it just got to the point where I just drove away and just didn't go. And I rang the dentist on the way there to work and just said, listen, I couldn't come in, can I rebook the appointment? How did it get myself to the point where I managed to go back? I'll speak to anyone, me, so I did tell them about my anxieties about going in and all that, and they were just dead nice. So that was just in the waiting room, and then when I went in, dentist was brilliant, dental nurse was brilliant, and obviously I went for a checkup. They told me what I needed, and then I had to go back. That just lowered the anxiety straight away. As soon as I sat in the chair, spoke to the dentist, I knew that, it was sound going back. I think talking to people, because at the time as well, I was like, I need to go back to the dentist. What's the best dentist? And, asking around my family, asking around friends on who was the best one to go to. I rang up about five or six different dentists, and I had appointments with them, yet they won't let me go now because I missed the appointment, I didn't go. And then there was just this one where I'd spoke to a friend and they were like, no, go to this one, this is perfect, I've been going for years. I'll go now if you want. Yeah, I will. And I feel great about going now and knowing that I can go in and I can, ring up, ask questions,